Hey, what's up everyone? I'm Joel. This is FSN week number 14, the last week of the regular season. We have huge games this week with division titles and playoff spots on the line. This is why we play this game. Lineups are set, hopes are high. The last 4 months comes down to this week. Some of us who have been eliminated are still fighting for pride, just to play the spoiler, while some of us are lucky enough to have a playoff spot locked up and can rest easy for the week. But for the rest of us, this is it. Do or die, one last chance to prove our teams have what it takes to be champions. So, enjoy it, good luck to everyone, and cheers. Now, let's get into this week's show, starting with our standings. Okay, so let's start with black and blue, and of course we will get the unpleasantness out of the way first. But after that, we have some happy owners with Fred and Brian locking up their divisions. Behind Funk and Groovins in the blue division, Hawkia has also clinched a playoff spot with Running Late and Go Hawk Yourself fighting for the last spot there. Then behind Miller Time in the black division, Nose Foam sits at 7 and 6. Now, realistically, Carl has locked up a spot, but I can't give him the lock just yet since he could be eliminated with a loss, plus a Colonel Angus and TDS win, plus TDS outscores him by 82 or more points. So, sorry Carl, no lock just yet. After Nose Foam, of course, we have a 4-way tie for the last spot, so that's up for grabs this week. Then, jumping over to Beggars and Bitches, and starting in the Bitches division where Pimpsovs and Running Late have both locked up playoff spots but are still fighting for the division lead. Following that, Knuckles Deep, Swollen, and Shit Kickers are all in the mix for the last spot there, with Belligerents eliminated from contention. Then in Beggars division, Potentaries and DK are out, and a 4-way tie for first place with no one locking up anything yet. Although realistically, America is in with a 400-point lead in the tiebreaker over Chumbay. We can't give them the lock just yet, though. So, that's our standings for this week, and there you have it. Okay, so that was our standings for the week. I hope you were on the better end of all of that, and if not, I'm sorry. Now, I think most of our situations could probably be summed up in 3 words, which is exactly what we're going to do this week when we play the 3-word game. Okay, so let's start with Go Hawk Yourself. A Cinderella story. Starting the season 1 and 6, he has since gone 4 and 2 to put himself in a position to compete for a playoff spot. The problem this week is they need Polk High to win, which is unlikely, but he had a big game last week, so hey, you never know. Okay, next, Beggars Division, to the wire. It's the last week and no one has even locked up a playoff spot, although Cody would have to be outscored by 400 points to get eliminated. Still, it's the last week and there's a 4-way tie, which is crazy shit. Pimpsovs, choke or clutch. After crowning himself the division winner in basically week 1, Chad finds himself in a position to lose the division in the last week. Can Chad come through in the clutch, or will he choke and allow Belligerents to play the spoiler? BDM. Mr. fucking Magoo. Like a blind squirrel with his prize nut, Jeff just seems to fall his way up. This week, with all of his receivers either listed as out or suspended, he was forced to pick up KJ Osborne, who caught a 62-yard touchdown late Thursday night. Lucky ass shit. Mr. Magoo needs a win to stay alive this week. Colonel Angus, win you're in. It's that simple, Todd. You already left Cousins and his 25 points on the bench. Was it the right choice? I guess we'll find out tonight. Plus, Mr. Magoo hit you hard Thursday night, which is good, because I need you to lose. Okay, and finally, America. Rope a dope. Starting the season 1 and 3 and lulling his opponents into a false sense of security, America has now won 6 of his last 7 games and is tied for the division lead. A win this week over rival Chumbe, America takes the division money and a first round bye. Okay, that is it for the 3-word game, and that is it for our show this week. I'd like to thank everybody for joining me, and I hope you all had as much fun with the show and the leagues as I did this year, and I will see you all in the playoffs. Once again, thanks for joining me, and as always, good luck, losers.